Hello everybody, and welcome to a brand new track on the series. We are here at Pikes Peak. This is round number 3 of the Sunoco League Series, Season 2. Pikes Peak is the speedway that's replacing Michigan for the time being. Michigan, going through its repave, will be back. And there's, man, it will be back on round 12, but on your starting lineup, it's an all Zachary, it's an all Fitzwater Australia Racing front row with PJ Karenko on the outside, but it's the team owner Zachary Fitzwater taking the pole here at Pikes Peak alongside, like I said, his teammate PJ Karenko. Two strong guys right here today. In row 2, we got William Brock and James Constantine, first and second in points after last season. In row 3, we have Max Anderson, who only led 1 lap last season but is really strong. And Eric Monaco, Adam Vincent, Caldwell, we don't have much time here before the race starts, and Carson Bowers and Sebastian Torres. We're about to go green. This has been rushed, yes it has. But that's because we got no time. There's no time to waste here at Pikes Peak. Green flag is out for Zachary Fitzwater, 50 laps around this speedway. Fitzwater gets a great jump off the start as we come out of turn 2. It's very tight through the pack. There's William Brock on that inside, taking second. Anderson's going to take third. That inside line excels so much. There's reigning champion James Constantine down in 5th. He's the only man so far who's gotten on the podium on both races, and he's proven that he's the reigning champion, that was no fluke. The reigning champion into 4th. Zachary Fitzwater has a gap now, as Constantine down the inside. Can he get his 3rd podium in a row? Caution is out. We expected an early caution here at Pikes Peak. We'll go see what happened. This will be Gerardo Ron in turns 1 and 2. Would get a little loose, I believe. Yep, he'd get a little loose, fly wide. Out of turn 2, get hit by Ryan Monaco, go into John Arndt, into the wall, and we go around along with Sunoco and Arndt and Powder Mooney as well. But I believe everyone would be okay. The scariest part about this was Laughter Sunoco getting pushed to try to avoid, and would just hit the wall there. That's literally the scariest part. Not much damage, and we'll be back at the green. And we're back. It's Fitzwater, Australia Racing, still 1 and 2, but Karenko isn't up here anymore. It's now Max Anderson, who, like I said, only has led 1 lap in his career. Under caution or not under caution, if Max Anderson can pull off a few more laps here, that would be great for his career. But Zachary Fitzwater will lead him back to the green flag. From the pole and through the first caution, he's still your leader. Very late call. Fitzwater waited till the flagman called the race. That's something you don't see a lot. Maybe playing some mind tricks with the people behind. But oh, already trouble in the back. That'll be a caution. Once again, Max Anderson's going to come out of the corner. Leading his 2nd lap in history, Anderson brings him to the caution. Max Anderson, a lot of people have been waiting for his potential to just start flowing, and here it comes. He's now your leader. On lap 8, they're coming to the pit stops. We will stay on this camera because there is pit stops happening. Oh god. And they're still trying to solve all this out. They will. This happens sometimes at every track where people get confused on who is where. And the flagmen have to start. The flagmen on the track, there are some on the track, like down below the apron. They're probably directing who's who right now. But Anderson let him into pit road. Can he lead him out? comes on pit road, there's this arch part right at the end. Anderson will pull into his pit stall. So Konstantin, Brock, and Karenko just fuel for Max Anderson. The only one to go just fuel, in fact. Maybe he's not. There's Dodd and some others. And they'll get out of pit road. It was Anderson, Monaco, Torres, and I believe it was Fitzwater than Dodd. So Chris Dodd from 10th gains some position. We'll be back as actually Vance Caldwell stayed out on the pit stop, so he has less fuel on this run. We'll be back. As we're coming around 3 and 4, it'll be Caldwell, Anderson, Smith, Monaco, and Torres, your top 5, as Dodd did in fact beat Fitzwater out of the pits. I apologize for that mistake. Will he run it to the flag man? No, he won't. Green flag is out. He runs it early that time. Anderson, though. Will he take it down the inside? Anderson, shown to be fast so far today. Monaco running it really wide. You don't want to run it that wide or you're going to lose your positions. Oh, and another wreck. What is with this wreck fest? That was Benoit Ravine in the back. It's going to be Vance Caldwell benefiting from this. Getting the caution flag. What happened this time? It's been a wreck fest so far today, as Benoit Ravine will get tagged by Nick Pericles and would go right into the inside wall. Right there. Benoit got out of the car. He says he's a little shaken up and he'll probably feel that in the morning, but he is okay. But that was a hard hit into that wall. We are glad that he is alright. We'll be back. Alright, coming out of turn 1 and 2, just wanted to get this early to notify you guys. Yes, Benoit is okay. In fact, he has been fully cleared from the medical center. It'll be Sebastian Torres. A lot of people stayed out on that stop. Down to, I believe... Oh, we are green. That was out of 3 and 4. I apologize. But Sebastian Torres, around turn 1 and 2 is Eric Monaco, who's been one of the biggest threats since Season 1. Now he battles... Oh, row in the wall. Oh my god. The Crash Fest continues. But the Epic Motorsports guys are starting to get a little bit of momentum, as now it's Torres out front. What happened this time? Maybe they weren't getting momentum, as because of row in the wall, Duncan would nail Caldwell, and Caldwell, one of the biggest points threats, just got pushed aside to the back. Not only that, but Rowe is not having a good day either. He was 9th before the caution, and he has been dropping. He now sits 34th. Lots of struggle through this pack and lots of crashes. So far in this race, we honestly expected less crashes. Not gonna lie, we did. Sorry for that cutout. We expected one crash at the beginning and then we'd be good for the rest of the race, hopefully, but we did not expect it to go this crash festy, but we gotta keep going. As this lead has been traded between a few drivers, James Constant sitting back there going for his 3rd podium in a row, but he's going to be challenged by Chris Dodd right off the start, and he's got to get around Monaco to get that spot. But we're coming back to the green. It's going to be Sebastian Torres. Does not have a win to his name from last season on Trailblazer. And he's going to try to get one here. Can he get it done? Green flag is out. He calls it about mid-restart zone. There's Arndt. Arndt is slow. Here we go again. Will they crash? Arndt down to pit road. No, we will finally make a lap under green. Torres leads the lap, but he's being chased down by Fitzwater. In fact, even though Fitzwater, one of the most dominant people we have ever seen in Season 1, even though he is that dominant, he has never gotten a win in the Sunoco Elite Series before. But Konstantin has 3. He's the active driver with the most wins to his name. He has 3. Caution is back out. God. Gosh darn it. What happened this time? More troubles for Epic Motorsports, as this time it would be a battle between the Trailblazer cars, would go wrong, and they just clipped Caldwell. Caldwell would go around, and he is all the way at the back. Bad luck for Caldwell today. Now this might have helped Fitzwater, because this tightens him right up to the rear end, but Konstantin's there as well. We'll have to see. Fitzwater has that first pit stop. I would not be surprised that if everyone takes the same amount of tires, if he would get out before Torres. Would not be surprised whatsoever. Everyone's in their pit stalls now. There they go. Wow, Fitzwater. Fuel and go. Has Monaco behind him. Torres, I believe, got 3rd, and Dodd takes 4th out of pits, but I believe some people didn't pit. That includes Max Anderson. But I believe the people will allow the hitters to go in front. I'm not sure though. In fact, they would. Out of all this confusion, Fitzwater did get out of the pits before the pace car passed through, so there was a lot of confusion there, so they let Fitzwater take the front. Anderson, even though he stayed out in the pit stop, he still gained a lot of position, and he's still up in the 5th position. So Max, and plus everyone in front of him doesn't have tires either, so it's not a big deal that Anderson was forced behind. Along with Josh Trainer up in 7th place, Hans Windhelm up in 8th, and Gerard Aron up in 10th. Aron showing that he can be impressive with his pit strategy, but if Trainer can hold on to a top 10, that would be absolutely inspiring. But it's going to be Zachary Fitzwater once again. Can he get his first career win? It's been long overdue for Fitzwater to get this first career win. Monaco behind him has 1. Torres behind him doesn't have 1. Dodd behind them doesn't have 1. Anderson doesn't have 1. Finn Guy doesn't have 1. Trainer and Windhelm, all of them don't have 1. The only one in this pack who does is Monaco, and he's challenging Fitzwater for the lead. Karanko's coming up as well. He doesn't have a win to his name. Fitzwater being overtaken. He doesn't want this win to get taken out of his fingertips. Lap 29, and we remain green. Anderson's coming up through the pack as well. Fitzwater needs to get a move on. Torres in the pits. Something's wrong with Torres. And that was Epic Motorsports' one car they didn't want to see come in the pits. We hear a vibration may be the problem. We do not know which tire exactly, but we do hear that it is a vibration. But Monaco has a win. He got it at Calder Park last season in Australia, which is Fitzwater's home track. And Fitzwater now, here in America, I believe we're in Colorado. And Fitzwater in 2nd, chasing Monaco. The man who won at his home track last season. Karanko is 3rd, Anderson's 4th, so he has his teammates backing him up. Carson's close. But what's bad is Konstantin is not in that podium position, which he wants. Not only that, but the person who's chasing him in points, Zachary Fitzwater, is 2nd place right now. Konstantin, if he wants to keep his points lead, he needs to go, and he needs to go now. He's right on the back of William Barclay. He fought with in Plymouth Park as well. But now he's got Carson Bowers behind him. Could we be experiencing all 4 Fitzwater cars in the top 5? But right now, Monaco is starting to get a gap going. And Fitzwater has to be frustrated right now. was his chance to get his first career win, and right now it's being thrown away. That win is just getting further and further away. Monaco, what's his time this time? Is he slower or faster? 25.7, 26.1. It's going away further. He needs some backup. He's got some backup. 4 Fitzwater cars. All 4 of them are in the top 6. Carson in 6th. Interrupted by Constantin. There is Monaco. 25.7 last time around, and caution flies. That is not what Monaco wanted to see. Monaco wanted this to go caution-free for the rest of the race, but it in fact did not. What happened? Caldwell's bad luck continues. Roush would put him against the wall, and Roush would lose control of the car as well. They'd go around, and Caldwell's day has gone from worst to even worse. He was 12th on track. When the caution came out, he will be 31st when he passes the line. Caldwell's day is just going downhill even faster. 35th, in fact. Caldwell cannot be happy. This is interesting. Fitzwater, to accommodate for not being able to have the lead, he actually stays out with his teammate to get some coverage so that he can have the lead. Fitzwater could still be looking at a first career win here today. We're going to be coming to 12 laps to go. It's 2 Fitzwater cars, 1 and 2. The Fitzwater cars have been the most powerful cars all day long. This is a very short race, a lot shorter than we expected it to be. But we're coming to 12 laps to go. And green flag is out once again here at Pikes Peak. Anderson may want part of this. If Max Anderson can get his first career win on a start to where he finally got a second. Oh! Hard hit into the wall for their 13 car, Roman Rahal. Fitzwater will lead them back. I'm pretty sure that might bring out a red flag. Oh, Fitzwater got it. That might bring out a red flag. We'll go see what happened there with Roman Rahal. That was a little scary. This was a lot more scary than Roman Rahal, as Roman Rahal would be coming around, would get nailed against the wall. He would drive away, but we see some people upside down. We see DeMax upside down. A lot of people upside down, and just, oh. It was a pretty scary incident. Smith and Morandi, they would get out of the car, but they do say they feel a little shaken up after that. But they're in the medical center now. We'll see if there's any slight injuries to them. We'll go look at that incident one more time as the red flag is coming out. Red flag is out on the track, on board with Sebastian Morandi. They have to clean up this entire incident, as he's trying to slow, would hit the back and would get hit in the right rear, and he would go right upside down. Other person went upside down, Eugene DeMax. Will go look at what he... Or no, he did not go upside down. It was, Here's Smith. As he'd be slowing, braking, would hit someone, and someone would hit him on driver's side. But Smith, still in the medical center. We're still waiting to hear from Zach Smith, but he did walk away from his car, which is really good for his career. The one person involved was Eric Monaco, and he will drop out of the race. His day was going so good until that pit stop, and it all just went downhill. The Epic Motorsports cars got a lot of damage. A lot of people got a lot of damage, which is going to mix up the field. Rob Mooney is in the top 10. He is 6th. Not only that, but Cordell Paulson, his teammate, is in 5th. The HHR cars are putting on probably the best performance I think we'd ever seen out of a Rank D ride. We'll be back. Most likely this will be our last green flag of the day. Fitzwater, Anderson, and Constantin, along with Finn Guy, Paulson, Mooney. Right now, the team order is Fitzwater Australia Racing, Fitzwater Australia Racing, Epic Motorsports, Team Flame Racing, and HHR, along with another HHR close behind. 3 HHR cars in the top 10. The most incredible thing I think we've ever seen. But we're about to go green once again. Zachary Fitzwater, your leader. Can he get the first Rank A win of the season? Green flag is back out. There are 3 Rank A's all at the top, but Jeffrey Finguy right there in the Rank B. He could ruin the Rank A party up front. Around turns 1 and 2, this will most likely be the last green flag run. Constantin close behind, but right now it's Max Anderson versus Zachary Fitzwater. The teammates battling it out for the win. Down to the line. It's Anderson now has the lead. Constantin, the reigning champion. Losing little time. Could this be Max Anderson's day? The day he's been waiting for. The Rank A ride is being chased by Constantin, but Fitzwater close behind Constantin, preventing Constantin from making a move because there's a lot of fear that if it doesn't work for Constantin, Fitzwater will be right on his rear. Constantin now in the battle. Anderson trying to fight back on the outside. Right now he would need to drop back. Anderson still fighting on the outside. The gap was 1/100th of a second last time around. Anderson right back on the back of Constantin. It's going to be Anderson versus Constantin for the win. They come out of 3 and 4. It's going to be 3 laps to go for reigning champion James Constantin. We finally get a good green flag run, and it's right at the end. Now Anderson trying to run that inside. The Dodge power down the inside, back for the lead. Anderson really fighting back. He does not want to see this win out of his fingertips. 2 laps to go. And the gap is really small. Out of the corner, Constantin has got to be biting his teeth because Anderson is right there. The whole garage has to be on their feet. Everyone, not just these 2 cars. It's going to be white flag for James Constantin as Anderson is right on the rear end. Into turn 1 and 2. Out of turns 1 and 2. It looks like it might be Constantin. The reigning champion is going to come out here today, and he's going to show that he's the reigning champion, and he's going to show why. James Constantin is going to take his 4th career win, and he wins at Pikes Peak. It came down to the end, but it was Constantin. Anderson's going to come across 2nd. Karanko going to take 3rd. Fitzwater going to take 4th. Okay, that was a hard hit there. We could see Brock moving in the car. He is really mad. Okay, what was that? Whoa, one more time. We're going to look at that real quick. Frustration out of Rob Mooney as he'd be coming out of the pits. There might have been something between these guys before because Mooney slammed into the inside of him. That was a hard hit, and William Brock is still in the car. We are actually unsure of his condition, but the 79 has already been called to the steward's office. That was highly uncalled for out of the 79 brigade. There will definitely be a stern talk to Rob Mooney, if not a suspension for that one, because William Brock is still in his car. He is being put to the medical center. We are not sure about his condition. But James Constantin, your winner. Let's go look at that winning move while we wait for a condition check. The winning move came all the way back at lap 46 when Anderson looked like he had a good lead and looked like he would go to the end. Konstantin began to challenge, and from that move onward, it was all Konstantin. The reigning champion came out and he shows his stuff as he gains. It was tied of all time of all drivers between him and Philip Scott, but with that win, James Konstantin has clinched most race wins in the Sunoco Elite Series at 4. As Konstantin would go on, there would be one challenge. There would be one challenge as Max Anderson on lap 48 would be coming into turn 1 and 2, get a good run out of the corner, would try to challenge his inside. I thought he had it, but he would not. So Anderson put up an amazing fight, would get some laps led under his name, and would come across in second place. Even though Konstantin won this race, Epic Motorsports were not the highlight. It was Fitzwater Australia Racing getting 3 drivers in the top 5. Second, third, and fourth, amazing job out of the Fitzwater crew, as Zachary Fitzwater would come across in fourth, would be devastated. But Zachary Fitzwater definitely put up the performance he needed to. Even though Konstantin's going to remain in the points lead, Fitzwater's going to be able to keep on his rear end. Amazing performance out of Fitzwater. Let's go look at that wreck with Brock one more time. Here it is again. I'm not sure if there was an incident between these two earlier, but Mooney, that was highly uncalled for, and Brock has still not been fully cleared from the medical center. Mooney is in the steward's office right now getting a talk to. We will update you after the race. Enjoy yourselves. James Konstantin, let's go look at your finishing results. We'll update you after the race on what happened. So it's James Konstantin taking his 4th career win. He wins at Pikes Peak. Max Anderson takes 2nd. Karenko 3rd. Fitzwater 4th. Their other teammate, Carson Bowers, down in 26th. But still a good performance out of that team nonetheless. Brock would still technically be in the 5th position. But again, he's still in the medical center. This is very soon after. We still haven't gotten any news on William Brock. That was a pretty hard hit to driver's side. Mooney still in steward's office. Sebastian Torres comes across 6th. Good performance out of him for being the underdog of the team. Chris Dodd 7th. Collins 8th. The 2 CJ Racing cars. Paul Jackson comes across 9th. And Finn Guy will take 10th. Cordell Paulson comes across 11th. And Josh Trainer comes across 14th. Beautiful performance out of the rank D rides. Was able to avoid the wrecks, but we will update you in, it'll probably be about 10-20 minutes until we update you, but it'll only be a few seconds here for you guys, so we'll be back. As we're back once again, slow motion replay of the incident. William Brock figures out that after that incident, a little bit of leg damage and a slight concussion would go to William Brock. Sadly, this would not be good for William Brock, but like I said, substitute drivers do add on to the points to William Brock's, as this is the wrong moment. This is just the editors working on. Here's the incident. And William Brock is officialized to be out for 3 races. Rob Mooney, the person who caused it, was out of anger at William Brock. Apparently, William Brock put Mooney in the wall earlier in the race, and Mooney decided to take it out on him. He didn't mean to injure him, but the stewards still had to give him a punishment. Mooney will be deducted 50 points and will be out for the amount of races William Brock will be out, so meaning Mooney is under a 3-race suspension for this incident right here. He'd be coming out of the pits. And Rob Mooney would, no hesitation, nail William Brock right in the side, which would cause a concussion and slight leg damage. Brock will return to the track in 3 races, but Rob Mooney will also return in 3 races with the 50-point penalty So HHR needs a replacement, and William Brock needs a replacement. I had made a slight mistake in my commentation. HHR's Rob Mooney suspension is non-substitutable because the rules state if a substitute were to come in, it would rack up points for the person who was out, and once they return, it would come back, and that would just not be right to give them extra points for something they're being punished for. So it is non-substitutable, so HHR will be a 3-car team for the next 3 races. They will return as a strong team later. We do not support this kind of attitude, and Rob Mooney is being sternly punished. To the William Brock fans, that really sucks. I know it does. One more time looking at the incident. But William Brock out for 3 races. His replacement will, whatever the replacement's points do, will be added on to Brock's points once he returns. So Brock's championship may be faltered a little bit due to the replacement's driving, but he will still be in championship contention. But Mooney, oh my, that was highly uncalled for, and I am angry at Mooney. I'm surprised they didn't do worse, but 50 points and 3 race suspension is definitely still something he will be thinking about for the next 3 weeks. But Rob Mooney out of the car, Brock out of the car for a few weeks. Next race will be at Portland. Portland's going to be a fun race. Last time we were there was with Philip Scott winning it, so we will have a new winner at Portland. But until next time, guys, I'll see you then. William Brock, not in good condition, but congratulations to James Constantin taking his 4th career win. We will see you next time. Ciao.